Now, one of the most noticeable changes Kay is going to have to make from moving to the collegiate level to the pro level is moving the extra points back 13 yards. It's good. Well, when it comes to the game, paper, rock, scissors, it seems like the Jacksonville State Gamecocks are always going to go with rock. Rock Thomas led the Gamecocks on the ground with 124 rushing yards. Now, this training isn't just for the men and women in blue, it's also for you at home. If you see a minor in a situation that seems to raise some eyebrows, they're calling on you to reach out. Several former Troy Trojans taking part in the annual Pro Day festivities here at Veterans Memorial Stadium, with these players looking at getting a running start into the NFL. Now, Vegas has Duke as the favorites in this tournament as 6-1 odds, so the Trojans are hoping to bust some brackets this year. But what really separates this theater from others in the Southeast area are the luxury seats that are installed in every single auditorium. With just one push of the button, you could be watching the movie in style. Shh, movie starting. Over the years, we've seen our fair share of trilogies, from Star Wars to Back to the Future to Lord of the Rings. Let my nerd show here for a second, but none of that may be bigger than Alabama versus Clemson round 3. That's going to bring home Mac Jones from second. And let's check out that Biscuits fan one more time. There he is. Yep, he's still happy. Not sure if that's because of the run they scored or the French fries I saw him eating earlier. Either answer is correct. Well, the Alabama Crimson Tide will have some time to wrap their gifts up as the Tide wrapped up their final practice today before heading home for Christmas break. Well, I may not be wearing a green jacket and probably never will the way I play golf, but this man right here, Patrick Reed, was in the hunt for his first one at the final round of the Masters. Early on in the first quarter, it's Bo Scarborough picking up where he left off in the Peach Bowl, 25 yards to the house. Bo knows 7-0 Alabama early in this one. A nice crowd on hand at Riverwalk Stadium for Harry Potter night. Wizards and Muggles both taking in some Biscuits baseball as they take on the Chattanooga Lookouts. Bottom first, Justin Williams, great name there with the bloop to center, but Ryan Strasburger looking like he's playing Quidditch, snagging the golden snitch with a diving grab. And what normally happens after you see a turnover? Well, the team's going to score on the next play. Nicholas finds Michael Watkins for the 39-yard touchdown. Faulkner takes a 14-0 lead. Eagles pour it on Edward Waters. Faulkner cruises to a 49-3 victory in its season finale. Troy senior running back Jordan Chunn is preparing for his final game in the Cardinal and White.
This journey had its up and downs, just coming from where I came from as a freshman and then to now to being one of the conference champions.
Chunn has left his impact on the field for the Trojans during his 5 seasons. Mega Chunn, as he's known by the people in Pike County, has his name all over the Trojans record book.
It means a lot just knowing that where I came from is a lot of hard work put into it is being paid off, and a lot of people have noticed.
Chunn put up very unfreshman-like numbers during his first season. 14 rushing touchdowns, a Troy record, made him the go-to man going forward until an injury forced him to miss the 2015 season.
That season right there kind of brought me to an all-time low. Just being able, just going through the off season, knowing that you was going to be able to play and working your tail off, and then the second game of the season to an injury, a season injury.
A new look Mega Chunn emerged for the 2016 season, slimmer, faster, and a new number.
38 is a number I wore in high school. I got it from a Alabama player, Glenn Coffey. 38, it was just something I grew up playing in, and I felt like myself again.
The last 2 seasons, Chunn has put up over 2,000 yards on the ground with 26 touchdowns. And with 1 game left, Chunn is looking to make one last stop in the record book.
That's mainly what we're going on this week, is being 1-0 and being one of the top teams that ever come through here, and that's having 11 wins.
Troy will take on North Texas in the 2017 New Orleans Bowl on Saturday. Kickoff is set for noon. Justin McNelley, WSFA 12 Sports, New Orleans. When Chris and Sophia's 15-year-old son, Savoy Jones, unexpectedly passed away in 2013, the Dothan couple was devastated.
To Sophia and I and his sister Christina, I mean, he was special to us.
Savoy Jones collapsed while at basketball practice at Emmanuel Christian School in Dothan and passed away hours later at the hospital.
Well, it's difficult every day, because there's not a day that doesn't go by that Sophia, Christina, and I do not think about Savoy. I have learned to thank him, and I thank him every day for lending Savoy to us for 15 years, because he did not have to give them to us at all, sir.
The Jones family now had a missing piece to their puzzle, and Chris needed something to do to pass the time. He began making bracelets in honor of his son. These are the bracelets that Mr. Jones has been passing out for the last 4 years, with Savoy's name and numbers on one side and the phrase "nothing but his love" on the other. These bracelets have received national attention over the last few weeks, as Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Julio Jones dons one every Sunday as a part of his uniform. The Jones family had been friends with Julio since his time at the University of Alabama. The football star sent the couple tickets to a game for their 35th wedding anniversary in December, and that's when these bracelets became a phenomenon.
We were talking with him, and actually Devontae Freeman, which my daughter knows very well, and we have had the opportunity to meet him as well. So actually I presented a bracelet to both of them and asked them would they wear it, and they both said yes. We watched the game when they clinched the division and they beat the Green Bay Packers. And I really didn't pay any attention about it until a friend sent Mr. Jones and I a photo saying, "Hey, Julio has on one of the Nothing But Love bracelets." That's what they call them, Nothing But Love. And I was like, yeah, okay. So I actually got a photo, and I said, dang, he does have it. But it made us feel honored, because sometimes you run into athletes and they get superstar status and they have so many things coming at them, and you give them these gifts or whatever the case may be. And you know, like my wife said, he could have taken it back to his home and put it on the dresser. But you know what? I actually physically put that band on his arm, and I don't know if he's taken it off yet or not.
Now 4 years to the day of Savoy's untimely passing on the biggest stage in the football world, Savoy's memory will be front and center for everyone to see. Justin McNelley, WSFA 12 Sports, Dothan.